The most important sign that I got before my union? Nothing. I felt most pain, most emptiness, most loneliness, and I missed my twin the most. In fact, I would say it was the darkest depression of my life, my soul journey that I experienced before that. And many would say that it was a sign in itself. It's darkest before the dawn, and this is what I also say to everyone. But you know when we talk about the signs that we get before union, yes, we do, but how do we feel regardless of the fact that we are getting signs? Yes, I was seeing 1111, I was seeing my coded numbers, but what was I feeling? I was feeling disconnected, lost, lonely, empty, and I was feeling so low that I started to feel so hopeless that I gave up my journey. I gave up the expectation. I complained a lot to God, but and I really looked really hard for everything to come together in the physical reality. But then something shifted in me. I had tried too long for, like really very much, and then you know what happened was I gave up. I gave up that hope. I started living my life at my own terms. I told myself that I will not wait on anyone anymore. I will not even wait for God to, you know, show me things in the 3D. I just started, I just prayed. I really prayed a lot, at that time, and I still do. That was the time I started to understand the power of prayer. It's miraculous. So that is when I started to live my life, that I promised myself that no matter what, I'm going to live that life that I want for myself. I'm going to be happy, be whole without waiting on anyone, because I was too tired of anything, and I learned my lesson also that there is no point. I was also being very practical here, that there is no point expecting and waiting, because that's now not how things show up. And anyway, was it in my hand to do anything for the 3D? I was All that was in my hand was embodying more and more of energy, more and more of love. So I started doing that, and from in no time, from disappointment, disconnected, lonely, to I started having lots and lots and lots of conversation with God. I started feeling very one with God. I reached out to God for everything, the smallest and the biggest things. I surrendered God, and I also saw God surrender within my heart. I started seeing devotion. I started seeing faith within myself, and ever connectedness, that oneness that we speak about. I started seeing it all come alive within me. And what happens next is all God's plan. I did not do it anything. I don't believe as a human I can ever do such a miracle like what happened in my life. In the blink of an eye, everything came together, and and we came in union. It was a process, but we came in union. And let me tell you something else, that it triggered me for a very long time. It still does a bit, to be honest, trigger me to accept how can I be in union? It's a thing, like it's an unbelievable thing, but also um, it's like a magic that takes a very long time to ground. And even though it is the truth, sometimes it becomes uncomfortable for me to accept this one. But it is my truth, right? It is my reality. As the older version that was hopeless, disconnected leaves, and the new version emerges, the one who is in wholeness, who is devoted to God, who is reaching out to God's heart for accessing her twin's heart, and who only wants companionship and nothing else. I'm realizing every day how beautifully it comes together. So, if there is a sign that we receive before the final physical union, it's only everything starts looking like an unknown, unfamiliar, and also triggering sometimes. A lot of triggers, a lot of disconnection. Thank you. I hope it helped you. And I hope my wisdom, my journey, experiences from my journey help some way heal your heart. Thank you.